One of a kind.
It's your boy Pirscription, man.
And your girl MaryJane, the queen of the code.
And this is
The Private Hip Hop Podcast.
Hey, we're killing the intro, man. We getting it down. We getting it down.
And this is episode
2?
2.
Yeah.
2. It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, because we started with 0, you know what I mean? But if you're online looking it up, this is episode 2. And today we have a very special guest, somebody who I would consider legendary, somebody who I would consider underrated, somebody who got hella bars, you know what I mean? Go on and introduce yourself, man.
Kam KT, I know.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. How y'all doing, man?
Running the game, right? Gold medal game?
Yeah, for sure. Facts.
Yeah.
Gold medal game, for sure.
He's
for
one
sure.
of the, he's the first rap artist on our show.
First.
Oh, that's special.
And that's good, you know what I'm saying? Private hip hop podcast, you know what I'm saying? To be the first rapper, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. I appreciate it.
You know, you've been making history a lot this year. You know what I'm saying?
Man, thanks
it's a
to
good
you,
year.
though, man. Thanks to you, though. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with y'all for fucking with me.
All right, man. So, man, for people that's tuning in, you know what I mean? Kind of give them a little rundown about Kam KT. I know you from East Waco, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But you know, kind of give them a little rundown, bro.
East Waco.
The
Bro,
basics.
don't start
bro.
coming in here
Miss
said
Marquez.
tripping,
I
okay?
ain't said tripping. I'm just, hey,
Because I have no problem claiming.
Respect my shit.
North
I respect
side.
your shit.
What part of area we in right now, though?
Well, we downtown.
Yeah, we downtown.
We're not downtown.
We downtown.
Yeah, but you know, tell us a little bit about Kam KT. Like, if you was to describe yourself or your music, you know what I mean? Like, how would you put it out there to somebody?
This is my life. This is my real life. You know what I'm saying? So, like, from kind of start to where I am now, you know what I'm saying? I reference a lot of stuff. My mama, you know what I'm saying? Real life experience, you know what I'm saying? People that, you have any type of influence on my life, you're in my life, you could be in the song. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just, like, kind of like a soundtrack to what my life is.
Yeah, see, and what I like about you is, bro, you have a huge catalog. So when people go look you up, they're gonna see you got this big catalog of music, and all of it is original, well produced. You know what I mean? A big catalog of music, and you know, kind of just jumping into like just get right to it, bro. Like off top, one of my questions for you would be, how do you have this big catalog of music, but you don't have a lot of music videos, bro? I feel like visuals are very important right now.
I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
No shade to nobody doing nothing around the city. I just, like, a lot of people, it's hard to work with them. You know what I'm saying? They had a vision and their way of doing things, and I have my vision and my way of doing things. One thing on my music is I can always hear it in my head and then get with Daily or get with De Niro and bring out what, you know what I'm saying, I hear in my head. Yeah. With visuals, it's not that. You know what I'm saying? I have to see something in my head and then constantly be frustrated because me and whoever I got shot the video with couldn't, you know what I'm saying, bring the vision together. It's not that I ain't shot videos. I've shot them. I just never released them, you know what I'm saying, because it didn't, like, put me out as what I felt like I was, branded like that. And we do a lot of music to where my creativity has to be at a high level, like how when I do my music. So I'm not going to, like, just have a bunch of videos, like, with my homeboys behind me shooting, just flashing money and flashing guns, that any type of music I make. So, no shade to nobody, you know what I'm saying? But that's not how we do things. So it's been hard. It's been hard for me to, like, execute a excellent visual that I feel like complements the type of music I make.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that. But visuals are very, very, very important.
They
you know,
are.
like our last guest, our previous guest was Clarence of One Mind. I know you're familiar with Clarence's work.
For sure. Shout out Clarence.
So, you know, visuals, bro, very, very, very important this day and age. So, I personally feel like when the visuals start hitting and you start dropping them visuals, bro,
man, it's
I feel like it's
level.
game
It's
over.
different
Bro
level,
got the music.
Yeah, we most
What's
definitely, that's our
crazy?
focus for this second quarter, though, for sure. Like visuals.
Cam's videos are probably all dope too, and he's just holding back because
probably hating on himself.
Yes, definitely. He's blocking himself, right? He's in his own way.
I don't think so. But that's people say that with the music though. Like people that's a part of the like creative process be like, bro, you tripping? That shit dope. But like if I don't think it's dope, nobody else gets a chance to even judge it. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like agree that okay, this is something I'm comfortable with putting out there, regardless of how they feel. If they love it, cool. But if they don't love it, I still love it. You know what I'm saying? I have to have that type of bond and connection with what I'm doing all the time. So.
So like what kind of visuals would you be aiming for? Like who in the game right now musically that just anywhere in the world, bro, like what's motivating to you visually? You know what I'm saying? Like what would you be aiming for quality wise?
Like I mean, most recent, the Life is Good video.
Life is Good? Which video is that?
That's Drake and Future.
Oh, yeah, that video fire,
that's
bro.
dope. You know what I'm saying? That's dope
fire.
shit. And it don't really seem like, they just, like, they at the, you know what I'm saying, the burger joint, you know what I'm saying, selling burgers out the window. It's just creativity, you know what I'm saying, and shit. And that's just what I want people to bring to the table. I don't want to be just, okay, me telling you what to do. I want you to come with your ideas and stuff, too. If you a cameraman and you know that you going to, okay, and this scene had me going through the car, nigga tell me to get my ass up on the car, you know what I'm saying, and shit like, so that's like, just them type of ideas, and I always want to work with people to bring ideas of their own, and creativity of their own to the table.
Yeah, for sure, man. What's up, Mary Jane?
I kind of think that goes hand in hand with the cameraman too, because I think he one mind was saying something like he feels like he can't always bring his visual because the artist don't see what he sees.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I guess you and one mind need to get together.
Yeah, facts. Me and Clarence, like, I want to be clear about that. Me and Clarence haven't never shot, you know what I'm saying, anything together. You know what I'm saying?
And there we go. Look, we found the puzzle.
Yeah.
But Nino, I know we talked the video that actually, come to bring it up, at the private hip hop party, the first visual that was ever donated for the private hip hop party giveaways was from One Mind. He started that. I looked at the flyers. He started that.
Right.
He started
So you were the first winner, bro, of a video from Clarence.
I was.
And he actually
I gave it to Nino.
Actually,
Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to NPR Wayne, TLG Wayne.
Oh,
like,
yeah, it was Wayne.
Ace won it, you know what I'm saying?
Wayne
Ace
won
gave
it.
it to me, I gave it to Nino.
NPR, shout out Wayne, man. Shout out Ace, man. That's real right there.
Ace. Yeah, that's my brother, for real.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He won and gave it to you, and I was like,
I
"Oh,
gave it
Cam
to
finna
Nino.
get a video." And then
I
Nino.
gave it to Nino.
Hey, and it's fire too.
Yeah,
It just came out.
Yeah, it just came out.
What's the name of the song?
Fuck 'em all. That's off his project, Running the Game, Gold Medal Game. We did his last project, so it's getting ready to come out real soon.
Nino, one of our favorites. That's one of
Definitely.
that's
He
one
was
of Mary Jane's
a
favorite.
private hip hop party favorite. He probably performed more than any other artist.
He most definitely a young goat for sure.
And he probably turned up more people than any other artist. It don't matter if it was him performing or not. He could be in the crowd. That's the thing about Nino. He gonna turn up and get everybody live. So we definitely gonna have to get Nino on here one day too. I know he running the game, Gold Medal Game affiliated, right?
Most definitely.
For sure.
Shout out to the North Lords, Other Side Business, Stupid Money Gang outlet.
Yes, definitely. And I met you the first time at the private hip hop party.
Ooh.
Did we?
Yes, I met Kam KT.
I think we met at the radio station.
No. No, it
She
was
says
at the
private hip hop party.
You don't remember? It was out there in the boondocks, and I came outside.
Oh, you sure right. You right. Facts. It is the first time.
Shout
Like,
out to
it
private
is.
hip hop
Yeah,
party,
yeah,
right?
I'm telling you.
but
that was like
right.
one of the first or second ones, and I was trying to get him on stage like everyone after that.
Me too. What you
But
mean?
that's why we here today to talk about this.
it took us a long time. Yeah.
He didn't perform. Kam KT did not perform until the last party of the year.
That was the last.
That was the last
It was
one.
the last
That's
one, I
history,
think
too.
so.
Like-
Yeah. And I mean, I think it goes back. I mean, he can speak for himself, but I'm pretty sure it goes back to the same thing he was saying about the music videos. He's so, you're so like worried about the presentation. I know you were telling me you wanted to do your own events and stuff like that, and it just by the time the private hip hop parties got to the end of the season, you was like, man, I still ain't got my event off. Like, bro, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get it in, bro. Like, it was needed.
But Script, didn't I kept telling you, where's Kam? Why
she
Kam
was
KT?
asking,
What's up with Kam KT?
But have you had him in at Sexy Saturday yet?
No.
Not yet.
No, she had everybody but me, but I don't know what that is.
Okay,
Look how real shady in here
I'm
right
gonna
now.
tell you how this man is a bigger diva than me. Let me tell you how. Okay, because I got his album. It was fire. Was it Tension?
It's Tension.
Yes, it was fire. It was. I loved every bit. I hit him up, told him I loved it. He's like, okay, I want to get on the show this week. We had a guest already, Ingenious one from the private hip hop party that week. So he could. So I told Kam, I can't get you in this weekend, but we can get you in another weekend. Oh, I'm good.
No, that's not what happened.
Oh, I'm
She
good.
lies.
That's what he said to me.
Lies.
So I was
What
like,
happened
okay,
was
good.
this is what happened. This is what happened.
Break it down. Break it down.
Ingenious won.
Yeah.
And I think a little bit after that, the North Lords ended up like, she ended up having to pick somebody or something. It was like a raffle or another something. The North Lords ended up like, and fuck Nino, because they was all up in, my face. I'm like, we doing the Sexy Saturday. I'm like, I ain't even got my Sexy Saturday. I was supposed to be right after Neek. Right after Neek. So she's telling the truth about that. But then she did the North Lords. And yeah, I was salty. I was.
He was salty.
I'm not gonna even lie, I was salty. I was like, I was
There's
like,
more.
There's more.
What it
There
was
is
after.
more.
So then she was like, what was it? You was throwing the event or something?
Yes, I wanted him to
Okay.
perform for the Sexy Saturday
Facts.
anniversary party.
The charity thing, right?
And he was salty. He was still mad. He was like,
salty.
"No, you ain't even had me on the show
had
yet."
me on Sexy Saturday yet. You want me to come out and perform at your event? How? I'd like
that's
that.
kinda
You know,
facts.
That's kind of facts. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
kinda
I ain't
facts.
even been a
He's
part
like,
of Sexy Saturday. I ain't
No,
got the,
but
you know.
but I'm telling you, when I said we can do another day, he was like, "No, I'm good."
It's not.
Is,
This is after
anybody who knows
42
Kam
me 2 times.
KT,
You got to seize the moment.
is that not
Mary
how
Jane.
he responds or not? Because this is my first time meeting him.
You probably gonna have a lot of people agree with this shit too.
Okay, so I'm not wrong.
I ain't say you're
I
not
just
wrong.
know-
You're not wrong. But we
Anyway,
good now, though.
poor Cam.
But nah, we
I'm gonna
good
get him
now,
on
though.
Sexy. Look, we got him on the private hip hop podcast.
Yeah, man, we got
I still
you on
gotta get
the
you on
private
Sexy
hip hop
Saturday.
Yeah, facts. I still need to be on Sexy Saturday too. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm protesting that for sure.
Protest, bro.
Now let me
I
tell you
fuck with
one. The first time I heard Kam KT's voice, I was at the Trails working out, and I was listening to T.O.G. Miner's album,
Okay.
and I heard a song.
Mine, that's my brother.
What
too.
song it was that? Upgrade?
I really don't. It might have been Upgrade.
It was
I most
Upgrade.
definitely
Because I was working out and I had just got the album and I was listening to every song and I heard his voice and I was like, who is this? You know what I mean? Because his voice is very distinct, as you can hear now. It's very distinct, and I recognized the name, and then I heard you on the radio, and then when I met him at the private hip hop podcast, the private hip hop party, I was like, oh, so you're the voice that I'm hearing, you know what I mean? So it was all good.
Shout out to
I've been a fan. I've been a
shout
fan
out
since the
Miner.
first
Yeah,
time I
shout out
heard
Miner
him.
for sure.
Shout out Miner. He's definitely a hard worker. And speaking
yeah.
of T.O.G. Miner, you know, T.O.G. is actually a group that Cam used to be a part of.
Yeah.
And to me, they were probably one of the most lyrical collectives around.
I believe
They
it.
really prided themselves
Best
in lyrics.
group
Who else?
ever in Waco.
I mean, you know, Script wasn't in it,
it's
so
okay to say it. It's okay to say it, man. You know, we were the greatest.
Who else was in that group?
Ooh,
It was
long
me,
list.
Darian Kyle, Deuce D, T-Mo, T.O.G. Miner, of course, Money B, Wayne, which is NPR. He do NPR and shit. Ace, T Smooth, and Daily, of course. You know, so Daily's always been.
And hey, look, I'm finna drop some hidden information on you, Mary Jane. At one point in time, T.O.G. was almost gonna sign One of a Kind,
Facts.
and they would have been the squad.
Facts. We probably would have. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even say probably. We really would have.
They
at that
would
point in time.
have,
It would've
you
been
know
like
what
the
I'm
perfect
saying?
marriage and shit. Like, you know, but egos.
Timing
you know
went
what I'm saying?
right,
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know.
It's what
facts,
it is.
We're still
facts.
all family
but Deuce,
anyway.
But Deuce ended up, like, you know what I'm saying, rocking with you though. And
Yeah,
Deuce,
man,
like,
Deuce
you
was far.
know, he benefited. Like, he benefited major for that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Deuce D.
Yeah, Gift was the greatest shit in T.O.G. history when he dropped.
And T.O.G. to me, in the city at least, and beyond the city, they gained a lot of their traction from some things that were called the Waco Ciphers.
Yeah.
If you
Right.
tuning in and you're not familiar with anything Waco hip hop, or you're not familiar with Cam or anything we're talking about, you should look up the Waco Ciphers to buy A-Ray TV. And that was really like, there's tons of them. They did them for a few years, and there's multiple editions each year. So like, if you tune in and watch those, you're gonna see people spitting, and Cam's one of those people. I mean, like spitting, like bars.
Definitely.
Yeah, like you think the BET Cypher ain't got nothing
Man.
on the Waco Cypher. The Waco Cypher was fire, for real, for real.
Facts,
Shout out
like,
A-Ray.
Yeah, shout out A-Ray and them. That was like my first platform. Like,
How old
that
were
was-
you when you did the Waco Cypher?
I think I just turned 18.
Wow. So how long have you been doing music, or what age did you start?
Right after the Cypher dropped, like 3 months, like probably like 3-4 months after that, I dropped my first project. So like since I was about 18.
And what was that, Proof?
Yeah, it was Proof.
Yeah.
Most definitely about 10 years.
So were you already like freestyling, just freestyling only?
Yeah, you know, we have everybody freestyle at school. You know, you at the high, people beat on tables, you know what I'm saying, all the time, like whether you're in class or, you know, anywhere. So it was just kind of like something that my homeboys know I could do. I had been doing that for so long, like since elementary school. So anytime somebody was doing it, shout out to Terrence Scott, you know what I'm saying, he was always come get me, like, bro, come rap, bro, come spit on these niggas, like, and I go rap, you know what I'm saying, and it took me a while, but after a while, it was like, okay, I'm actually better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually like for real. Like people had to like point it out to me at first though. And then shout out to T.O.G. Miner again. Like he was the first person to ever take me to the studio. We was recording in his closet and shit. I remember like in his grandma's house, we like 4 of us, me, Clinton Tynes, Herman Matthews. We all stuffed in his closet at his granny house, like smoking weed. We ain't even supposed to be smoking there. Like, we kids, we still in school. You know, we smoking weed and shit in his closet. I recorded my first song.
Man,
And then Darian Kyle, we used to record at his house. Joker was the producer first. Like, he was doing all the mix and mastering. And
Joker's
shit.
beast.
Yeah, facts. Karen Kyle, shout out to him too.
Yeah, one of the names you said right there, you said Clinton Tynes. Clinton Tynes. See, that's somebody that I never had the privilege to meet, but I know that you tend to rep for him real hard on all of your CD covers and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
It always has free Clinton Tynes on there. Yeah. So with that situation, how many years? What happened with Clinton Tynes?
They gave him 60 years for robbery. You know what I'm saying? His first felony.
First offense?
First offense. You know what I'm saying? Like felony. I ain't gonna say first offense. First felony. You know what I'm saying? Ever. You know what I'm saying? Like he been in the pen about 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
How old was he?
He was like 18.
Bro.
Yeah, at that point in time, 18 years old.
It's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible feeling, bro.
Like I went to every day of his trial, bro. Like shit.
My homeboy got 25 years one time, and he was 17, and I had to call his mom on three-way for him to tell her that he got that time. Yeah. And bro, it's one of the worst feelings ever, bro. Yeah. Like I want to cry right now. That shit was sad,
that
bro.
Shit fucked up,
horrible, bro.
That shit real fucked up. But you know, we still grinding. We do it. That's part of the reason we do what we do. You know, he one of the people that I keep at the forefront of my brand. A lot of people done forgot about him. You know what I'm saying? You know how it go when you locked up and stuff. You know what I'm saying, for a long time. But I most definitely held it down, stuck with him.
For sure.
Still talk to his mama. Still talk to his daddy. You know what I'm saying? Our goal is to get him out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, because it's always gonna take is their bag. Like that's all they want is the money.
Yeah, money talks, man. I feel like hip hop. A lot of people in hip hop tend to closely relate their music to people that are locked up or people that have passed away. Mm-hmm. I think that creates a lot of good music. I think a lot of good music comes from that feeling and that place of hurt. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that's definitely played a big role in a lot of your music.
A lot of it. Like I feel like the best music is emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna provoke some type of emotion out of you. You know what I'm saying? We not as unique as we like to think sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Same shit you're going through, somebody else probably went through it the day before you did. You know what I'm saying? So I put that in my music in a way to like connect with people because I feel like that's what's gonna last. Like they might like this song or they might like this bar, but somebody else gonna make another good song. Somebody else gonna say another dope bar. You know what I'm saying? So what's gonna set me apart? What's gonna make it's a selfish thing with like human beings. So when they listen to music, they concentrating on how this song makes them feel. You know what I'm saying? It's like this makes me feel good, so I like it. You know what I'm saying? But if it didn't make me feel good, you gotta connect with people.
Yeah, man. Shout out music. Music brings us all together. That's why we in this building right now. You know what I'm saying?
No cap.
Yeah. All right, so like when we talking about the ciphers and stuff like that, bars, I feel like I said before, I feel like Kam KT has always been super bar heavy, and I don't know what MaryJane, you like bars and songs or what? You like it just to sound good around.
I do like the bars.
You like the bars? Okay. Kam, to me, he be having bars just like in the Waco cipher. So one of my questions I have for you, Kam, probably my first question is, what's one of your favorite bars of all time, bro? Not even yours, just from anybody. What's one of the coldest bars when it just is in Kam's head, like help shape the way Kam bars? You know what I'm saying? I know you got so many in there.
One of my biggest like influences is Lil Wayne.
Oh yeah, of course.
He like single-handedly, like Tupac is like the GOAT, like to me, you know what I'm saying, of all time, but Lil Wayne single-handedly like made me want to do this.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Lil Wayne, and he say take no nights off, do my days the same, and people change, but fuck up, nothing stays the same. And that shit like was one of my favorite bars like ever. I was like, wow, like I could look at that shit in so many different ways. It's like fuck people because nothing stays the same, or fuck people, you know what I'm saying? Nothing stays the same. It's always the same when you nut, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, God damn, like this nigga's the GOAT. This nigga's the realest nigga, and I still feel that way, like lyrically wise, most creative wise, like Lil Wayne is just like the greatest of all time to me.
I feel like Wayne's underrated lyrically. Facts, like you know, it doesn't matter what wave he's riding, he got bars in there.
They always sleep, you know what I'm saying, and shit on the Texas like culture, and we was having a conversation about Charlie Boy. Like Charlie Boy is one of my favorite lyricists of all time. Like you know what I'm saying, and shit like mixtape mechanic, like throw like Wayne, forever rain for me. There's no drought. Friendly game of baseball. I pitch your whole coat. Chef Boy RD hardly. You hoes talk salad. Y'all suck ass. Your shit trash, no doubt. Like Come on, man. Like
Shout out Charlie.
That nigga say ain't no running back. Cut him out like a O or D lineman. Linebacker tendencies. Adrian Peterson speed, finding gaps and run through them. Like you gotta respect like Charlie Penn, and a lot of people is just he's so versatile. You know, he's a versatile child thing. So I feel like it was probably just hard for them to figure out what they wanted to do with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that nigga's most definitely like one of the illest niggas. Like I put him up there. Like when I'm talking about Lil Wayne. But if you from the South, I feel like your pen always slept on. You know, they gonna get that to like the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? People like that, because that's where it come from. Like, you know what I'm saying? The hip hop. You know, they didn't consider the South hip hop. You know what I'm saying? For a long time. So I feel like it's just some shit we still fight.
You don't think over time it had the perception of the South lyricism has changed?
I think so. You know what I'm saying? But it's still like a, you know, kind of like a certain type of stereotype when you talk about Southern rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like the best rappers that they, and to me, like most people, like the Jay-Z's, the Nas and shit, they earn they keep. You know what I'm saying? But when you talk about lyricism, I don't feel like they even up there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still people like Pharoah Monch, Black Thought. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that just spit. Like when you're talking about bars, like all day, but it's knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Lyricism like is informational. So if you don't know this information, you're not understanding what they're saying. The same way if I was to say something about Friday, like, and say bye Felicia, if you ain't seen Friday, that bar's over your head. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing when I done read a book you ain't read, or I done seen a movie you ain't seen. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just don't understand those type of rappers, but you know, that's part of lyricism too, like getting your point across, saying something like, and people to instantly get it. That's why Lil Wayne, again, is one of the GOATs, because he can say shit like, real G's moving silence like lasagna, and you immediately get it, you know what I'm saying? But it's still like, how the fuck did he think of that?
Right.
Bro, I don't know how he thinks of half of that stuff. Bro.
Exactly, and then how
He's
he
high.
gets it across, like, you know what I'm saying, for real. Yeah, weed helps. Like.
Speaking of versatile, you're pretty versatile, because not only do you make music about struggling, but you do get some for the ladies as well.
Sexy Saturday.
Hey. And
Sexual tension.
I tell you this, he's proud to be able to make those types of songs too, because I know when his first CD came out, it kind of like hurt his soul that he didn't have that for the ladies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had a female like actually charged me up like about that, like, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Kanisha, you know what I'm saying, she was like, you know what I'm saying, you don't have no songs for the females, you know what I'm saying, so in her mind I couldn't do it because I didn't do it, but at that point in time, she's like, man, I'm a street nigga, I'm just trying to let niggas know what I do every day, how my life going, but yeah, I took it personal, you know what I'm saying, so like every song, every CD after that, I had to have like 1 or 2 female songs on.
Sexual Tension was one of my favorite tracks off of the Tension.
Me
It's
too.
the highest streaming song on Tension.
Is it?
It is.
It should be, bro. It's good.
Like, for real, it is.
I listened to that one today, and also the other one was my favorite.
I like Back in My Bag.
Glad you made it, or how to?
Yeah,
I'm
glad.
glad.
Yeah, shout out Dan Kyle again.
I'm glad was a really good one.
Yeah,
One of my
like
favorite ones as well.
Kind of, like, yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I
What,
love that song.
on that song, I'm glad. Now, what's the story behind that one?
Tension just in itself is like real, like kind of like I was in a dark spot. Like I ain't gonna even say dark. I'm just gonna say kind of vengeful. Like I feel like a lot of people played with me before. I had caught like 2 felonies in 1 year, like back to back. Really, like in 1 week, I had caught 2 felonies. So I was like fighting cases, and I feel like a lot of people around me was just on some fuck him when it came to music type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he finna get ready to go to jail. We know this nigga going to jail. We not really worried about him. Like counting me out for sure. And I took it personal. Again, I take a lot of shit personal. You know what I'm saying?
Of course he does. Obviously he does.
There she go. But yeah, like, you know, I took it personal. So it was just like tension. You know what I'm saying? The shit, relationships have been rocky. Just in chasing anything, I feel like chasing your dream, you're gonna have people that start with you that don't, you know what I'm saying, end up ending with you. And they're gonna have their side of the stories. They get to tell their truth too, though. Like, no shade to them, you know what I'm saying? But this is my truth, you know what I'm saying? So that's what tension was for me. So you got the dark statements like, you know, I remember, don't you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is vengeful. So I'm glad was just like, okay, like, I'm a CEO now. Like, I'm not a rapper anymore. You can't play me like that. You can't talk to me the same way. You can't present a contract to me the same type of way. You can't, like, play me left. Like, I'm a boss now. Like, I got my own shit. And you mad, but I'm glad. Like, basically. Yeah.
That was one of my favorite ones.
Tension was hard. I liked it, and Tension was fully produced by Daly.
All of it.
All of it. Shout out Daly on the track,
that's
man.
my brother. We locked in. He CEO.
I tell you like this. I probably done told you before. At the end of last year, we were moving around city to city a lot. We were going all over Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Austin, and I probably heard Daly's name, bro, in every city.
Yeah.
It got to the point to where I got home one day and I literally had to hit up Daly and be like, I apologize, bro, for considering you De Niro's little brother. You know what I mean? Like, I really do like little brother than for a long time, bro. Like, he's cold. Like, he really got respect out here in Texas, and it has spread. So the fact that everything that you do now is fully produced by Daly, like, to me, that's an elevation.
Yeah,
man.
most definitely. Yeah, like me and Daly been locked in. Like, I was, again, speaking on history, I was the first person to ever buy a beat from Daly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ever. Like, Daly has beats on proof.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was before he was Daly.
It's a Lil Daly.
Lil Daly.
Lil Daly.
Lil Daly.
Hey, if you watch the Blood, Sweat, and Beats hip hop documentary, when I was going through my box of archives and pulling out random CDs, The Proof was one of them CDs I pulled out. It said Lil Daly on the front.
Lil Daly only. Me and Daly been locked in. I'm talking about since Superhero drops. Before he was ever Daly on this track, before I was Kam KT, we was Caleb and Cameron. You know what I'm saying? We've been locked in that long, like as far as like just good friends. You know what I'm saying? So he watched me grow. He watched me become who I am with this, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, Daly, it's crazy to see where he at now because he do that shit like this now. You know what I'm saying? Just
bro.
being in the studio and even where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? He say the same shit about me, but watching him like is amazing for sure.
And we just got back from Austin and they was talking about him down there. Jay Soldier, he was just talking about like Daly's unnatural, bro. Like you know what I mean?
Grind, bro, like for real, like he gon' like, and then we love it. It's a passion thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at it like we working. Like I be trying to tell him like. You gotta stop looking at yourself through your eyes sometimes, like, cause you don't never know how other people looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, people looking at you like.
Speaking of the devil,
what?
You need to take your own advice.
Ooh.
We gonna talk about that off camera.
It's getting personal in here.
I'm just saying.
What I do though, damn though. What I did. Like I'm trying to figure out like where that come
you're
from.
Your worst enemy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
She wants you on Sexy Saturday, bro. That's
I
what it is.
want them music videos to drop. That's what I want.
Yeah, we got some videos coming.
Look, bro. You got people out here demanding it, man.
Yeah, bro. Like I really I be saying it a lot of times though. Like I'm surprised that
Sexual
I didn't
Tension needs a video. I'm Glad needs a video.
I love it needs a video. Facts.
So in that sense, I got another question for you, bro. What's something that you wish you would have learned at 12, bro, that you ain't learned till after you was 21? What's a gem, bro, that would have changed the game? What would have changed the game for Kam?
At 12?
Yeah, something you can have ahead of time.
Bitches ain't shit.
I love it.
That would have changed the game right there. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably be, I'm trying to tell you, millions and millions if I knew. Nah, but on a serious note, I wasn't raised on some, you know what I'm saying, you could do whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Like, I wish somebody told me that, you know what I'm saying, like, and really, like, meant it, you know what I'm saying, because it was more, you know what I'm saying, hoping to grow up and get your own spot in the projects, you know what I'm saying, because that's everything around you do. Everybody's, like, goals is so low, you know what I'm saying, and shit is, I got my own car, I got my own apartment, you know, type of thing, you know, yeah, I'm through, type shit, you know what I'm saying, and I just like wish somebody would have just put that in me earlier. You know what I'm saying? It took a long time. Like I had to like before Proof dropped, I had been stabbed, shot, everything. You know what I'm saying? And shit like as far as just street life. So it wasn't really a point to where I really just started caring about my life till like way later on. You know what I'm saying? So I wish somebody would have told me I was special. Like, at that point in time,
yeah. I like.
If I would have known I was this, like at 12 years old,
right?
Like,
yeah, I like to ask that question because I feel like on the cool, I feel like what you just said is something that happens to a lot of people. A lot of people don't have that encouragement when they're younger to know that you could do whatever you want to do. I feel like I learned that from Hustler E at a young age that you can make good job money out here with music if you just did it right. You know what I mean? If you figured out the way and you did it, you could get money because really, you know, a few $100s a week, you know, regular job money is not extremely hard to come by if you have a good work ethic and you have something that people want. You know what I mean?
That's real. That's real.
So, you know, I did this hip hop thing. I love it, bro.
Yeah, real shit.
Changing lives.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, man. All right, we keep hitting the questions. One of the questions I ask, bro, that tends to be one of the most popular questions is debatable. Is we do this Mount Rushmore question? You know what I mean? And I know you're heavy into bars, and you probably got some goats in mind. But if you was to make a Mount Rushmore, which Mount Rushmore is 4 heads, right?
Yeah.
4 heads. Who is your hip hop Mount Rushmore?
Wow.
It always.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I said, Wayne and Pac, but like my top 5 like changes a lot, bro. Those are probably the only 2 people that probably stay the same. You know what I'm saying? So
Wayne and Pac.
like Wayne and Pac. Like those are only like 2 in my top 5 that I could really like just dedicate myself to, and that's just based on the influence they had on my life. You know what I'm saying? Not even just judging off of bars and stuff. Like I usually try to make a list of where it's a top 5 rappers and then top 5 lyricists all the time. You know what I'm saying? I usually try to break it up like that. But since we just doing Mount Rushmore right now, I'm gonna go off of impact alone. Like I'm gonna say Tupac, Lil Wayne, Biggie, and Jay-Z.
There you go.
That's my 4.
Tupac, Lil Wayne, Biggie, J. Man, I feel like that's not bad.
That is the.
I would
spread out.
like it's still so many people like I'm in love with, bro.
It's
like
hard,
Andre
bro.
3000, like you know what I'm saying and shit. Like he's mega, like and Eminem's mega, of course. You know what I'm saying and shit. So it's heartbreaking to pick, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like it's just heartbreaking, like it is.
I'm
bro.
surprised you actually picked 4. I figured you was gonna forfeit that one. That was gonna be too
bro,
hard.
Like, you know, I like to answer all the questions. Like I say, just don't hold me to it. Like if you see me on another interview and it's Pac Wayne, you know what I'm saying, Nas, and you know what I'm saying, Andre 3000, like just cut me some slack.
I asked MaryJane last time and she wasn't satisfied with her answers. She said that she would have had said some different people.
Bro, because like I mean when you ask that question, like you know my brain like it's like a computer and shit. So I'm like trying to go through every rapper that I can think of at this point in time, and I know there's a lot of people that ain't even coming to my head. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I didn't say nothing about Scarface. Scarface is like, like you know
Okay,
what I'm
I got a question for y'all too. Since you didn't do Mount Rushmore last time, who would be our Mount Rushmore of local artists?
Oh, local artists?
Yeah.
Ooh, she finna have people hating on me.
And you can't put yourselves on there, okay, guys?
Who's answering first, me or him?
You go first.
I go first, bro. I ain't tripping. Mount Rushmore of local artists.
Local
we
artists.
talking Waco?
Waco, local.
Waco. Hustler E in there for sure.
Got to.
I mean,
Nobody get butt hurt.
Nah. I mean, it's impossible to not put S1 in there because the impact he had on hip hop in general.
Facts,
So you know what I mean, like
facts.
not just locally. So we got Hustler E, we got S1. That's 2. Ooh, man. Man, to me, I truly feel like Keystar got to be in there.
Yeah.
I feel like he's got to be in there just off of body of work alone. Like his body of work is so
Longevity.
crazy.
Like he
his
survived. People
longevity.
didn't understand. We was talking about Keith the other day and shit too. Like
Yeah.
he was in a time like to where he came out. It was nobody near his age, bro. It wasn't no Kam KTs and nobody right there in the age group for you to even argue. It was like big homies, Hustler E, Token them, you know what I'm saying, and then Keystar. You know what I'm saying. And he stood apart because he was doing it in school. Till the cipher came around. And when the cipher came around, that's when there was other people like, and that's when people started having a little old Cam or Keith type of debates. But
He's a legend.
Keith's a legend. Like,
So, like,
way before the cipher. You know what I'm saying?
And,
Shit,
and what I
for
like
sure.
about him is he always adapts. You know what I'm saying? Like his music is forever evolving. He hasn't. The only thing I feel is this holding Keystar back. I don't know personally what everything that goes on, but I feel like marketing plays a big role in where Keith could be because Keith is flawless. His image, his sound, like his product, everything. It's all flawless. So he's definitely got to be in there.
Shout out Keith. I think Daily did his last few projects too.
Yeah, man. Shout out, David.
Shout out
Oh man, and then the 4th. Oh, man, that's tough. That 4th spot is a hard one. That 4th
shit hard. Like,
spot is super hard. Locally, the 4th spot, I would have to say, man, I can't not make somebody mad. I would say it's got to go to somebody that has had an impact for sure. We give it to Binky. I give it to Binky.
Yeah.
I give it to Binky. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I give it to
dope.
Binky.
That's dope.
For sure.
Binky has a
Hustler
a
E,
big
S1,
impact.
Keystar, and Big Binky. That would be my local.
Okay, Cam, your turn.
I can't argue with it. I'm gonna say the same thing. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing.
Same?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing.
What, you got something different? You over there? You got something different? Let us know, Mary Jane.
No.
I mean,
Oh, it's unanimous then.
yeah. I'm most
No, I
definitely,
do
like,
have
as
something
far as like
different.
history, like if I had to like pick 4 people that I just gotta tell you about, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
excluding myself because I don't like to put myself in that type of stuff anyways. Like, it always feel better when somebody else say it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I had to say the same thing.
That's probably the hardest question that's been on Private Hip Hop Party yet. I mean, Private Hip Hop Podcast.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you would say, you know what I'm saying, that S1 don't count as a rapper, but he was rapping. He was most definitely rapping. Like, Strange
Yeah, he used to
Fruit,
rap.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Third Eye Militia, like all this stuff. He was most definitely rapping. But a lot of people don't know S1 as a rapper.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know S1 as a
But
rapper.
impact
Scrammies,
undeniable.
man, yeah, for
Right.
real. Most definitely facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
All right, man. Next question. We have some rapid fire questions. Remember, It's choose one. We're gonna name 2 things, bro, and you gotta pick one. Rapid fire. All right. Down south or dirty south?
Dirty South.
There you go. I like that. Screw or Watts?
Ooh, you bitch. You
gonna hurt some feelings.
Oh man, I had to say screw.
Got-
Impact, just impact. I
Impact,
say
bro.
screw.
You know, no matter what your answer would have been, it's all love and it's all respect. You know what I'm saying?
Salute to Watts, though. I love Michael Watts,
Yeah,
man.
bro,
Like,
he
for
made a
real.
difference,
That was some
for
of the
sure.
shit, like, for real. I grew up on him.
I know the answer to the next one, but yellow gold or white gold?
Yellow go.
Cash or card?
Cash.
$100,000 cash or $1 million credit limit?
$1 million credit limit.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. Biggie or Tupac?
Tupac.
They were both on your Mount Rushmore, though, right?
Tupac.
Okay. Okay. Timberland or Dr. Dre? See Walker tuning in right now, like, say it.
Shit.
That's a hard one.
I don't want to regret none of these answers. Let me give you like 5 seconds.
That's the thing about it's called rapid fire.
Drake. I'm gonna say Drake.
Dre?
I'm gonna say Drake.
Nah, I second
Just
that.
because, yeah, I gotta say
I
Drake.
feel like I already know the answer to the next one, too, just because I know Cam, Tony Montana, or Money Mitch.
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Tony Montana.
Oh, I was wrong.
Tony Montana. Like,
Boy, I
Tony
thought he would have
Montana.
picked Money Mitch.
Yeah, nah, Mitch would never. That's what I'm saying. Mitch would never the
He-
ace. Ace came from the bottom and was running shit. Like
got
Tony
you, I got
Montana, you know, he got off the boat struggling. You know, what I'm saying? He got running shit. Come on, man. You got it. Come on, man. Tony Montana, man.
Yeah. Hey, I like all them questions. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna mess around and hit Mary Jane with the same ones. Cause Mary Jane ain't got no rapid fire questions. No, you know what, Mary Jane? I know what I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you
What?
the same ones I gave one mine.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Bone Thugs or Twister?
Bone Thugs.
Screw or Watts?
Screw.
Everybody gonna say screw. Cash Money, Young Money.
Oh, Cash Money.
Ooh. Ooh.
I ain't mad though. I ain't
Def
But a
Row.
9-9.
Either way-
I had to do Cash
You
Money.
just showed your age, you know that.
Very influential in my life.
How old are you, Mary Jane?
I'm old enough. No, I'm
I knew
very
you would- I
I'm
knew you
very
would.
proud 30.
Oh, okay.
Death Row or Bad Boy?
Death row or bad? Death row. Death row.
Dark liquor, clear liquor.
Clear.
Okay. Indica, sativa.
Sativa.
Okay.
I fuck with you for
The
that.
last one's stupid.
Either or.
Hey,
All of the above.
Lil Debbie
Edibles.
or Hostess?
Ooh. Lil Debbie.
Okay. Hey, there you go. I rocks with that. All right, Cam. So if you could have one album, bro, to jam for the rest of your life, that's it, bro. You can't jam nothing else. Nothing. One album, and hip hop, of course. What would it be? We're gonna learn a lot about you right here, just in this right here.
Just one.
Just one, bro. For the rest of your life.
Don't hold me to this, man. If somebody else answer me this question, it might be different. But I'm gonna say All Eyes on Me.
Okay. That's definitely a lot of songs on there.
Yeah, that's why I said like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, give me I got a double disc. I gotta do a double disc. That's All Eyes
That's
on Me
good.
because it's
That's
a double
good.
disc. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Look-
And I love all of that album. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was finna say. Let me add, like, can you jam that? Because the albums that I pick, I already picked them last time, so we're not gonna do it this time. But the albums I pick, I know I could jam from front to back,
Yeah.
like without skipping
Without
a
a
song.
skip.
That's All Eyes on Me for
Facts.
you?
That's All Eyes on Me.
Not for me. I like All Eyes on Me, bro. It's fire, and they got a lot of songs on there that I genuinely love, but
Bro.
I can't jam it front to back.
Yeah.
Now.
What album
Most
did you
definitely
say?
put them front to back.
Me, rap. I probably said Chronic 2001, or I said Riding Dirty by UGK. Those are my 2 rap albums that I could jam front to back.
You
Nah.
can choose to.
Yeah. Well, we did it. We
He don't
we did
remember.
3.
Yeah, I like just cause like I say, I like it's a lot of songs on All Eyes on Me. You know what I'm saying? This
It
shit
is.
like for real. I say All Eyes on Me just cause I don't know nothing else that got that
Yeah,
many
and
songs. and
that
it's
album
different
is so diverse too.
Yeah,
Kind
I
of like
love
this.
that song.
You got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
It's got stuff for the
exactly.
females. It's got stuff for the
Facts.
street.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be good with that album. Like, and it's crazy cause you know, again, music is so timeless when depending on when you get on it. Cause I was singing All Eyes on Me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm memorizing all these songs at about 6 or 7, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Like I ain't had sex yet, I ain't, you know what I'm saying, done nothing. So when you hear them songs later on in life, like they hit different. You know what I'm saying? Like after you done been through that, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, Dear Mama hit different, everything hit different, you know what I'm saying? Like as you done went through them experiences and shit. So songs are like, if somebody make a song like God forbid about their mama dying, you know what I'm saying? You ain't lost your mama yet, you know what I'm saying? And shit, you don't know what they feel like. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But when you do, you gonna that song gonna feel different. Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna have to sit down and jam, man. I got All Eyes on Me on vinyl, bro. We're gonna have to sit down and
just give it to me.
Yeah, I don't know about giving it to you, but
you gonna give it to me.
We definitely gonna have to have a safety meeting and jam that out.
I think I appreciate it more than you, man. Like you don't deserve that.
You got a record player? You got a record player?
Yeah.
Ooh, I might have to gift it to you, bro.
Yeah, I do got a record player.
Yeah, I might have to give it to you, man.
So Cam, who's somebody you haven't been able to work with locally and that you want to work with?
First of all, I fuck with the city. I love where we at right now. Like just as a city right now. Let me say that first of all. I love what everybody doing. I want to fuck with D-Red, and me and D-Red is like overdue. Yeah. Like we super
That'd be
overdue.
Good. Y'all ain't did nothing?
D-Red was not me and D-Red never did nothing.
Ooh.
Ever. Like, you know, and that's my nigga. Like, that's my dog. I fuck with D-Red. Shout out to D-Red. Shout out to Finesse. Me and Tinky just, see, when I collab, you got to get in the booth with me. You know what I'm saying? And shit. It ain't no I'm going to send you no song. You can send me a song, and I'll do it and send it back to you. But being on my shit, it's not going to work like that.
Perfectionist.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be in the studio because we got to create a vibe. It's places that I done been. You ain't been. It's places you done been. I ain't been. So we got to find a medium ground. Like, and you not finna jump on my song talking street shit if I can't vouch for it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? So I like to get in the studio, create universal music with people, like see where you at energy-wise, you know what I'm saying? And for us to create something together. But yeah, I want to do that with D-Red. Me and D-Red have not got a chance. And there's a lot of people that on Tension that was my first time working with them. You know what I'm saying? We kind of, when I was dropping every year when we had the TLG thing going on. So I was sticking to TLG niggas as far as the features. Like all my niggas going to be on here just because they my niggas. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of people, but D-Red, and if I didn't say D-Red, I say Binky. Yeah, man, Binky. We got some shit, like, coming. Me and Binky, you know what I'm saying, and shit, but I want to get him on my shit. Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Both of those would be dope links, man. Yeah, D-Red go hard. I fuck with D-Red. I've been fucking with D-Red. D-Red was a TLG nigga. Like, he got it tatted on him. A lot of niggas don't know that. Like, D-Red was a TLG nigga. What? Like, I can't make this up. Like, for real. What? No cap. Hey, he got it tatted on his own.
No lie. D-Red and Binky, that's two people that I ain't did a song with neither, bro. Yeah, you know, me and Binky have one that was in the works that we never finished. Me and D-Red, we ain't never did one, bro. I would like to do both of those too.
D-Red was one of my favorites at the private party too.
Yeah.
He did awesome.
I like his performance.
Yeah, he did awesome.
We just got our first in though, like, you know what I'm saying, like me and you. As long as we've been knowing each other, as far as ain't nobody else on the track, we done did songs like that.
We had a song on Sick with It. Yeah.
But we did that we was all in the studio at the same time. You know, it's the vibes.
See, and different people create different. But we were having that conversation yesterday. Actually, when we were on the road. Shout out to Birdhouse.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
shout out to Birdhouse.
That's how I like to create. You know, everybody creates different. But me personally, I like to create in the studio. I don't like to write at home. And then, like, you know, and as somebody that has a studio, I'm used to people coming in prepared. And that's what you're supposed to do. But I feel like we're kind of blessed to be in the position that we're in to be able to get in the studio and create a vibe and write and then record. And to me, the music is different when you do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's something that every artist should hope for. Like your own studio, your own setup to where you could do it at your own time, because that's gonna be like the best your growth rate ever been. You know what I'm saying? When you can just really go in there and you comfortable, because I've been spoiled by Daily and De Niro, bro. Like, recording with other people sometimes is like, wow, like, nigga, I didn't know how good these niggas was until I tried to, like, go somewhere else, you know what I'm saying, and shit, bro. But I've been recording with them for a long time. They know me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a, you know what I'm saying, like, it's intimate, the relationship as far as music goes, you know what I'm saying? Like, they know, like, how my voice sounds. They know what to put on my voice, what to mix it with, you know what I'm saying? Shit that I don't know. I don't know the lingo, so I can't say, hey, put this third and a quarter such and such on my voice, you know what I'm saying? I want you my auto-tune at a 7 or whatever they, you know what I'm saying, the producer lingo. So I literally need Daily, like, all the time, bro. Like, even if somebody else doing it, say, bro, do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not, you know what I'm saying, no disrespect to them, just he knows how I like my shit, and I feel like that's just how it's gonna be. I don't care if I'm doing somebody else's song. Like, I need Daily. Like,
see, and like me, I have a studio, and to me, my creativity just is different when I'm somewhere else. Like, I have a studio, and I be in my studio working, but when I don't make a lot of my music at my studio, and that's not because we don't have, like, I make quite a bit of music at my studio, but like we go out and we're hella productive. We hit a different studio, we're making 5 songs while we're there. We hit another studio, hitting 5 songs while we're there. Like, because the vibe of being in somebody else's studio and me not having to do it, like, I feel like I personally know how to mix my voice good, but at the same time, just that weight off your shoulders, or just being able to go in there and rap, you know what I mean? Like, it's a whole different situation. For real.
Like, I like just traveling. You get different vibes from different places, you know what I'm saying? That shit, like, just trying to record in Vegas, or, you know, recording on the beach, you know what I'm saying, in Cali, like, it's different atmospheres. So, you know what I'm saying, the music always gonna sound good. You get it to the right engineer. But like, the vibes of just being in other places. But again, you still gotta have your people. You know what I'm saying? And shit like what you used to.
You know who I would like to see you collab with? You know, you pick D-Red and Binky, and them both good fits for you. I feel like that would be dope. But I think something that would be kind of left field that might be kind of tight would be if you collab with them youngsters, Jermaine and Jordan, from the people that had the Witch video.
Oh yeah, that was a dope ass.
That would be really dope, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Video. Like, bro, I love music, bro. I don't want people to hear a Taylor Swift song and not think of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck what it is, bro. Like, be able to put me on whatever type of song if you want somebody to rap.
If Cam was on a Taylor Swift song, I'd lose my shit.
Like, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, it's the same thing, though. I feel like a lot of people felt like that when you heard Lil Wayne do certain features. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, what the fuck Wayne doing on? You know, he went from just Hot Boy to, you know, Weezy F to Toon G. You know what I'm saying? And shit, you rock style and shit. Now you got rock albums and shit. You featuring with a lot of people that's, you know, therefore, I think you got a song with Willie Nelson. Yeah, you know, that's crazy.
Like
Snoop,
you know Snoop got a song and video with Willie Nelson.
Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? But you expect Snoop at this point in time. You don't expect Snoop not to have a feature with Willie Nelson. Like, facts.
Man, I wish Willie would have been a feature. I could have got in. You know what I mean? I would have did it. I feel like I might be missing that train. Willie getting kind of old.
Bro, like, that shit is heartbreaking though. Like, you know,
heartbreaking,
like,
bro.
Just like with the Nipsey shit. Rest in peace and Nipsey shit. Like, just to know that I never get to talk to that man. Like, ever get to pick his brain. You know what I'm saying? And shit, bro. That shit heartbreaking, bro. Like. Real shit, just from afar, listening to the music, as long as you then just fans, like, you can't say the wrong shit about Tupac, Nipsey Hussle, and the wrong, like, you say the wrong shit around the wrong people, they really want to fight, and they ain't never met the man, but that's how much impact that music had. Like, you can't tell me that's not my nigga, like, for real. I felt the same way he felt this entire album, nigga, like, so that's what it be, the connection again through the music. That's what you got to strive for. Like, that's what greatness is. That's the only thing that's going to be, like, your little, you know, mark on this planet.
Nipsey to Cam is what Selena is to MaryJane.
Man, I don't know how she feels about Selena.
Man.
For real. But it was kind of the same thing, like running the game, Gold Medal Gang, like, and his shit was like just a marathon, you know what I'm saying? The shit like the TMC shit, you know, kind of just go hand in hand for me. What his whole brand represented and shit.
For sure. Yeah, man, I seen your new project. Your new project is gonna be called No Awards.
No Awards.
Yeah. Ironically, that happened after the Waco Awards.
Yeah.
Did you get no awards?
I did get no awards.
I mean, is this?
Don't feel bad. I didn't get any.
I mean,
that's cool.
I know that's your people, so I know it's not a salt situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely.
But what motivated you to title your CD that? Even, you know what I mean? Like, especially because those are your peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like what I knew people was gonna think it was is part of the reason I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not shooting no slugs at aerating them. There's no songs on there. It's just real good music. It was more of I asked myself, because when I didn't get no awards, I was like, damn. But then it was like, okay, if you got an award, if you didn't get an award, is what you did after them awards gonna be different? And the answer was no. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether I got an award or whether I didn't get an awards, we still went to the studio after. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of people calling me, bro, they slapped you. Bro, I should have told that hoe up. Proof didn't win album. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole bunch of that shit from supporters. The night before that was Black Friday. You know what I'm saying? I'm in, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my cousin, Fita B. Like, she was in, like, Walmart, you know what I'm saying, and shit. And a lot of people was just in Walmart. He's packing there. It's Black Friday. A lot of people was just coming up to me, bro, I voted for you, bro. I voted for you. And females coming up rapping, you know what I'm saying, back in my bag and shit to me and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like, that's what we do it for. You know what I'm saying? We don't do it for no awards. So no awards came on some, like, you know, like, I'm breaking generational curses here. Like, all my aunties and uncles is crackheads. You know what I'm saying? And shit. Like, my mama's like one of the most well put together. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't all the way there either. You know what I'm saying? Mentally and shit. I ain't all the way there either, but that's what we doing. Like, our next generation, shit ain't gonna be crackheads, killers, and hustlers. It's gonna be doctors, lawyers, you know, shit like that. So that's what we doing. You don't get no awards for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And shit. So that's what it meant, like, more to me. I had a lot of people upset. And it was like, hey, let me just remind y'all, we don't do this shit for no awards.
Yeah.
And then when they hear the CD, they gonna I should have got an award. Like, that's what just say it like that. When they hear the city, they gonna be like, we should give this nigga an award.
It make a big difference when you're not in it for the accolades. You know what I mean? Because that it can be heartbreaking. You can you can really derail your whole mission.
Facts. But again, I just take it personal. You know, I just take it personal. And I fuck with A-Ray. They know I do. You know what I'm saying? They know I fuck with them. But it's like, come on, man. Like, you know. That's just how I feel.
Just for the record, it wasn't them. You know what I mean? It had to be the votes. So I know a lot of people were like kind of confused on that.
Nah, I don't agree. You know,
no, I mean like seriously, the initial round, the first round, people will have it. Like you got nominated in, you know what I mean? So that means a lot to even be nominated because people had to go and type in your name first to actually even be on the nomination for other people to go vote for you. You know what I mean? So it was like he had to narrow it down to the top, 5 or whatever, and those people voted for those top 5. So I thought that was awesome. I didn't get an award either. A-Ray. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I will be hosting this year at the Waco Awards show.
Dope. So that's dope. I'm gonna be out there 9 times out of 10 if they holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying no awards like don't go to the awards, people. We not boycotting no awards and no shit like that.
Shout out to Waco Awards.
Everybody that won, I honestly in my soul feel like they deserved it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like again, but it's just my whole thing. Okay, I didn't win the award. Like I don't give a damn. It was shit I wasn't even nominated for. When Elisa won the best R&B, what you mean she the best? What you mean Elisa sing better than me, man? I can't.
They didn't hear sexual tension.
I be singing all the time and shit. Man. Nah, but like for real though, it's just like I am very competitive. Like very like some of the shit that I've done, I only did because somebody said I couldn't do it. Like you know what I'm saying? And again, like I have I ain't gonna say privilege. That's just something I developed as a kid. Cause like sometimes my biggest naysayers, my biggest critics was my mother. You know what I'm saying? And shit, like my brothers, like people around me, like I done heard the worst shit from my family. Like, so can't nobody out here break me. It's like, you don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? And shit, like, so people that actually know me actually could say shit to hurt me and that really fucked with me couldn't, like, even shake me up. So we just keep going.
It's all about momentum. Like to me, especially like we was talking about, you haven't been dropping videos and stuff like that. You just dropping content. So to be able to have, I seen you on the screen for the nominations at the Waco Awards for Hip Hop. Then we backdoor and we seen you on the screen at the documentary at the Waco Hip Hop documentary. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like regardless, no awards or not, it's just momentum. You got to use what you got. Being nominated, that's something you use for momentum for the next thing, which then we move to the next thing. You know what I mean?
You missed something though.
Well, what did we miss?
Y'all were out there performing at the Waco Music Festival.
Hey,
for the first time ever.
That was history too.
Shout out the Waco Cultural Arts Festival and keep Waco Loud for looking out for us. For real, they put hip hop on the stages for the first time. Yeah, and we had I performed there. I had a full band behind me. Cam performed there. He came out with Daly and everybody. And that right there was a beautiful thing. That's probably, to me, that was probably one of the most professional, biggest stages, most professional sound, you know what I'm saying, that I have performed on personally. I performed a lot of places, but the sound crew and the stage crew that was involved in that, Mojo Staging and ATX Backline, man, they're probably some of the best in the game. So to be able to do that to me, bro, afterwards, I was like, bro, man, that shit right there was game changer.
Yeah, that was cool.
And we got paid for it. So
I ain't even gonna lie. See, that's the thing, when it comes to local hip hop, like seeing my boy walk across the stage and then go and find Cam and hand him that envelope, I was like, Waco hip hop, baby.
We winning. Like, we most definitely winning this shit. We done made history a few times again. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? This shit, like a lot of shit in this city going that you got your hands on. You know what I'm saying? This shit, a lot of people don't know, but for the people that do know, you salute it, bro. You respect it. You love it a lot.
Appreciate that. Yeah, man, you got a lot of love out there too. I know with the documentary, people was turned up every time Cam came on the screen.
It fucked me up, bro. Like, for real. Like, people show love. I just want to give it all back, bro. Like, for real. I be feeling like I'm undeserving sometimes.
Let's talk about that documentary event real quick, because both of y'all were looking so nice, dressed up.
You talking about you and then, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, we all were looking so nice.
Hey, edit that out.
That's all right.
Yeah, MaryJane was out there in her Selena get up, and Cam was out there with his red bow tie. You know.
But how cool was that for us to have a red carpet event here and for our culture? For our type of event.
It felt like, you know what I'm saying, finally like it felt like a award, like really, like just to have that event, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, I was most
Shout out to
definitely high the
Lindsay.
whole night, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, it was a beautiful event though, sold out too. So
And like I've seen Cam suited and booted. He came suited and booted to the Waco Awards.
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
me, I had my first time getting dressed up like that, and it was motivating. It made me want to dress up more. It made me want to go do more stuff like it because it makes you feel good, bro.
you don't
Yeah.
never know who you gonna meet at these things. So I don't really want to
Yeah.
introduce myself as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And shit.
Nah, man. You're a recording artist.
I am
That's
a
what you are.
CEO.
Yeah. Oh, there you
I
go,
own it
CEO.
all,
That's
bro.
even
I
better.
gotta pop up on my CEO shit all the time.
It's all about presentation, bro.
Yeah.
It's all about presentation. I would never present myself as a
You know
rapper.
what I'm saying? Yeah, I heard no side, need no name, and daily name come up my ears, just stand straight up. What they saying? What they talking about?
All right. Yeah, man, we got one more little funny question for you, man, before we get out of here. This is a new segment we haven't done yet. We're gonna call it Smash, Marry, Kill. So we're gonna give you 3 names, bro. 3 names.
I'm marrying Rihanna.
She ain't even on my list, bro.
She might, just in case she would. I was like, I'm marrying Rihanna. I don't give a damn. Like,
All right.
yeah.
Well, MaryJane got 3 for you, bro, and I got 3 for you.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give you my 3 first. My 3 might be tough, bro. You ready? Nicki Minaj,
Wow.
Cardi B,
Wow.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay, I'm gonna marry Nicki.
Gonna marry Nicki?
Yeah, I'm gonna marry Nicki.
Okay.
I'm gonna marry Nicki for sure. Man, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of Cardi. We gonna kill Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, she's
Oh
Texas,
my
bro.
God.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, it's nothing personal, bro. Like, it's like, I'm not fucking Texas. You know what I'm saying? You
I
really, like,
cannot deal.
no cap. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Nicki, like, she just, like, her artistry is stimulating to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love her artistry. Cardi B just fine as a motherfucker. She ratchet. She hood. I love it. For real, I love that shit. And then, you know, Megan Thee Stallion, she's, you know, she fine. She fine as a motherfucker. I fuck with her music and shit too, but it ain't really like, you know.
Making all natural.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, but
Well, let me ask you this. So you say you like Nicki's artistry. What if Nicki is actually retired and never makes any more music? Does that play in your decision?
it doesn't. She's
doesn't?
still the GOAT. She's still the highest selling female artist for the record.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, for real.
Okay,
That shit
mine.
crazy because I was talking. I think me and
Nah,
Keith
I'm
was
switch up.
having this a talk about this shit, and we was like, I was telling him that Nicki Minaj don't have an album that sold under 5 million records.
Yeah.
She doesn't. Like, for real, a lot of people don't know that she's the highest selling like artist. Like, a lot of these niggas is just that they #1 albums come from American sales.
Yeah.
She's like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? When you say she done sold 5 million, we talking about everywhere. We ain't just talking about
Worldwide.
US sales. Yeah,
Yeah.
worldwide.
Let me find out the one album Cam could jam for the rest of his life is a Nicki Minaj album. and he
That's
was
what
just
I
capping.
said.
I fuck with Nicki,
I
but
said
I couldn't
Nicki would
take,
be
you know what I'm saying?
mine.
Like, I couldn't just take one of her albums and shit. I can't relate to it. She's a woman. She
That
going
was
through a
her.
whole bunch of woman shit. Like,
I'll take Nicki's album for the rest of my life. But okay, my 3 is Beyonce, Rihanna, or J-Lo.
whoa.
Beyonce, Rihanna, and J-Lo.
Wow.
I don't even know if I
Smash,
could
marry,
pick, bro.
kill. Smash, marry, kill.
Smash one, marry one, kill one.
Okay.
What were the options again? One more time.
Beyonce, Rihanna, and J-Lo.
Okay, because of Jay-Z.
J Lo still looking so
Because
bad
of Jay-Z.
right now. You can't let Jay-Z play in your decision. He ain't one of the
I'm
3.
Let me see. J-Lo, Beyonce, and who else?
Rihanna, you said you was
J-Lo
marrying
looking so
Rihanna.
bad at her
Did you say
age,
you was
bro. She
marrying
looking-
Rihanna? Did he
He
say that?
did literally just say that.
I did just say that shit.
But then you threw the other 2 in the mix.
Yeah, you threw J-Lo. I ain't know if that's who she was standing beside. Like, 'cause J-Lo, like, for real, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, for real, you know, you see one baddie by herself, she walk by herself, she good. That's who you choose. But when you see her in the presence of 2 other ones like that, you like, I'm not sure. Like,
You got to be
I'ma
patient with
fuck-
that one.
look, okay. I'm a marry Rihanna, facts. I'm a marry Rihanna.
He's sticking to his guns on that one.
Yeah, I'm a marry Rihanna.
Okay.
I love Hove, man, so I don't want to kill Beat. I don't want to kill him, but J-Lo is more than fuckable. You know what I'm saying? This shit, like, more than fuckable. You hear me?
For sure, bro.
Yeah, but I might have to just go, like, I'm gonna fuck J-Lo. I'm gonna blow Beyonce shit all over.
And she's from Texas, so he could.
Yeah, she from Texas
She
too,
from
bro.
Texas, too.
Killing all the
Hey,
Texas
see, man,
ones.
hey, y'all need to do better.
Hell no.
Hey, man, I promise, man. Hey, Texas, this has nothing to do with us. This is strictly out, you know what I'm saying, my fantasies of these women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand what I'm saying.
Oh,
Rihanna's
man.
foreign. Just to, like, we was talking about this shit earlier. Just her, like, upset is just going to ruin me. Like, what did I do? Like,
He ready to give it all
away.
away.
Yeah. You see what she, like, her eyes and everything, bro. And then she crazy. I know she crazy.
Rihanna could end up owning Go Metal Gang.
That's not, yeah, fact. She rich in the bitch, though. She don't even need it. Like, she got more money than Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? By herself, anyways, if you don't count Jay-Z.
Shout out Jay-Z.
Yeah, we pay attention to money, too. You know, like, so Rihanna's the richest.
That's hilarious, bro. That were really good answers. All right, man. So before we get out of here, man, you know what I mean? This is a private hip hop podcast. If you gotta give any of the listeners your information, where they can follow you, what you got coming, anything, bro, hit them over the head with it right now. Right now's the time.
Yeah, most definitely. Follow me on Facebook at Cameron Taylor, and Kam KT is the music page. Kam KT _RTG on Snapchat and on Instagram. Northside Nino Jig God coming soon. Daily on this track coming soon.
Self-titled?
Yeah, Kam KT, no awards, coming soon. Yeah, I think that's about it. I got another show in Houston, March 27th. I don't really remember what that event is though.
That's when you need that management in the corner, bro, holding up the sign.
Yeah. I got 2 assistants. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't been on that shit.
Yeah, man. So if you don't follow Kam KT, if you're not familiar with his music, be sure to look him up, give him a follow. Make sure you follow MaryJane, the Queen of the Co. Yeah. Make sure you follow me, Pirscription. And if you ever get a chance to come to Waco, hit us up. We might be having a party. You might be invited. You know what I'm saying? Starting after South by, starting in April all the way through September. Private hip hop parties every last Friday of the month. Mm-hmm. Y'all look us up. Website coming soon. And I'm good. That's all the info I got.
If an artist wants to get involved in this private hip hop parties, how do they do that?
Follow us. DM us. Shoot
DM
us
him.
something. Yeah. Oh, nah. Us. Yeah. Us. You got a better chance to get through to MaryJane. Hit up MaryJane, Queen of the Co. _
Peyton Bryce.
All right, you're going to be sitting there waiting like Cam. No, I'm just kidding.
See what I'm saying? She admits it.
No, I don't.
All right, man. So this has been a Private Hip Hop Podcast, man. Until next time. Peace.
Hey, we out.
What's up? This your boy One Mind Media, and you watching a Private Hip Hop Podcast with Pirscription and MaryJane on the Road Media Network.
This has been a Road Media Network podcast.